Listen carefully, because this is not just another ordinary message. It is a call to awaken. Life is not endless. Every second that passes is part of your final opportunity to create meaning, to rise above weakness, and to walk toward the purpose planted deep within your heart. When you realize that time will not wait for you, you stop wasting it on excuses. You begin to live with clarity, with strength, with unshakable focus. Your success will never be written by luck. It will be carved through discipline, through the hours no one sees, through the effort that no one praises. Every great life was built not on desire, but on determination. Discipline is the language of growth, the only bridge that takes you from where you are to where you must be. Without it, dreams remain empty words. With it, dreams become unstoppable realities. Every hardship you face is not punishment. It is preparation. The storms you go through are not designed to break you. They are designed to shape you. Each challenge is a classroom. Each obstacle a lesson. Each setback a chance to learn resilience. The greatest victories are always born from the greatest struggles. If you can endure the weight, you will inherit the strength. Do not walk through life with pride in what you own, but with gratitude for what you've been given. Humility does not weaken you, it elevates you. Gratitude opens doors, clears the mind, and sharpens your spirit. When you are thankful, you begin to see opportunities where others only see problems. When you are humble, you continue to grow when others have stopped learning. Remember, destiny is not something you stumble into. It is something you create. Every action, every choice, every decision becomes a brick in the structure of your future. If you waste today, you lose tomorrow. But if you honor today, if you choose discipline, courage, and integrity, you step into a destiny that cannot be denied. In the end, life is not measured by how much you collected, but by how much you contributed. Legacy is greater than possessions. The final message is not about what you had. It is about who you became, what you gave, and the light you left behind for others to follow. Your time is now. Your moment is now. This is the final call. Rise, act, and leave a mark that eternity will remember. Life is temporary and time is limited. This is the first and most powerful truth that should echo in your mind every single day. We live as if tomorrow is guaranteed, yet tomorrow is a gift we are never promised. People waste precious hours scrolling endlessly, chasing distractions, and feeding habits that do not add value to their growth. They live as though time is a limitless resource, forgetting that once a moment passes, it can never be reclaimed. The greatest tragedy is not death itself. The greatest tragedy is dying without ever truly living. The final message is clear. Every second counts. And if you are not careful, time will slip through your hands before you even realize what you have lost. When you understand that your time is limited, urgency becomes your greatest strength. You stop delaying the things that matter, and you stop postponing the work that will build your future. Instead of waiting for the right moment, you begin to create it. Too many people are trapped in the illusion of someday. They say someday they will start that business. Someday they will change their habits. Someday they will pursue their dreams. But someday is a thief. It steals your passion, your energy, and your potential until you wake up and realize that life has passed you by. The truth is, there is no someday. There is only today. The clock is ticking, and every tick is asking you, what are you doing with the life you've been given? Living with the awareness of limited time changes your perspective on everything. Suddenly, excuses lose their power. Complaints become meaningless. Laziness becomes dangerous. You start to see that what you do with your 24 hours defines the direction of your destiny. Each day is like a blank page, and you are the writer. What will you write on the page of today? Will it be filled with wasted opportunities? Or will it be filled with progress, discipline, and growth? The choice belongs to you, and the time to decide is now. This understanding also teaches you the importance of focus. When time is short, you cannot afford to live in distraction. You cannot afford to give your energy to things that drain you. You must choose wisely where your attention goes, because where your attention goes, your life follows. Many people wonder why they are not successful, yet they invest their hours in gossip, in negativity, in meaningless entertainment, while their goals collect dust in the corner of their minds. Success is not about having more time than others. It is about using the same 24 hours with greater intensity and clarity. When you honor your time, you honor your life. Time's limitation is also a reminder of responsibility. You cannot return to yesterday, but you can make today powerful enough to transform your tomorrow. That means every choice matters. The food you eat, the books you read, the conversations you entertain, the people you surround yourself with. Each one is an investment into your future. If you waste these investments, you will face regret. But if you guard them, nurture them, and direct them with intention, you will create a life that reflects purpose instead of accident. And finally, the awareness of life's shortness is not meant to create fear. It is meant to awaken courage. When you know your time is limited, you stop being afraid of failure, because failure itself is only temporary. You stop worrying about the opinions of others, because those opinions fade with time. You stop holding back your dreams, Because you realize that hesitation is more painful than defeat. With limited time, you dare to try, you dare to risk, and you dare to live fully because deep down you know there may not be another chance. That is why life's brevity is not a curse but a gift. It pushes you to value what matters most, to love deeply, to forgive quickly, to learn constantly, and to move boldly. It reminds you that time is the greatest currency you will ever own. And once it is spent, it cannot be replaced. Every sunrise is a reminder. This might be your final chance to write your story differently. So write it with strength, write it with discipline, and write it with purpose. Your time is limited, but within that limitation lies the power to create something eternal. Success is built on discipline, not on wishes. Wishing for success is easy, and anyone can dream of a better life, a stronger future, or greater achievements. But dreams without discipline remain empty visions. Discipline is the true foundation on which every meaningful achievement is constructed. It is the force that carries you forward when motivation fades, when excitement disappears, and when obstacles seem overwhelming. Many people fail not because they lack ambition, but because they lack the daily discipline to translate that ambition into reality. You cannot simply want greatness. You must work for it consistently, no matter how you feel. Discipline is the art of doing what must be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. Think about the strongest individuals in history, the inventors, the leaders, the builders of empires. They were not always motivated, but they were always disciplined. Motivation may ignite the fire, but discipline keeps it burning when the wind of difficulty blows. If you rely only on feelings, you will quit when life gets tough. But if you rely on discipline, you will continue moving forward, even in the darkest nights, because discipline is not emotional. It is a decision. Wishing for a better body does not make you healthier. Discipline in exercise and diet does. Wishing for wealth does not fill your bank account. Discipline in saving, investing, and working with consistency does. Wishing for knowledge does not make you wise. Discipline in study, practice, and reflection does. The truth is clear. Wishes create comfort, but discipline creates results. Those who only wish will always look at others achieving what they could have achieved themselves, while those who embrace discipline will be the ones others admire. Discipline is not about perfection. It is about consistency. Even small, disciplined actions, repeated daily lead to massive change over time. Reading 10 pages of a book every day may seem insignificant, but over a year, that becomes thousands of pages of wisdom. Saving a small amount of money every week may feel slow, but over years, it builds security and freedom. Practicing a skill for 1 hour daily may not show instant results, but after years, it creates mastery. Success is never about sudden leaps. It is about steady steps. And discipline is what keeps those steps going without interruption. Many people misunderstand discipline as a restriction, as if it limits joy or freedom. But true discipline is the path to real freedom. Without discipline, you become a slave to laziness, to distractions, and to destructive habits. With discipline, you gain control of your time, your body, and your mind. A person without discipline will always be pulled by the noise of the world. But a person with discipline directs their own path with clarity. Discipline is not a prison, it is the key that unlocks doors of opportunity. The beauty of discipline is that it grows stronger the more you practice it. At first, it feels uncomfortable to wake up early, to focus on work, to avoid distractions, to resist unhealthy temptations. But over time, what was once difficult becomes natural. Your body adapts, your mind sharpens, and your spirit strengthens. Discipline, like a muscle, becomes more powerful with training. Those who give up too soon never experience the freedom and power that discipline brings, but those who endure long enough eventually find joy in the process. In the end, success is not given to the most talented or the most intelligent. It is given to the most disciplined. Talent without discipline wastes potential. Intelligence without discipline wastes opportunity. But even an ordinary person with extraordinary discipline can achieve greatness. Wishes may give you dreams at night, but discipline gives you a life worth living during the day. When you commit to discipline, you commit to growth, to progress, and to the unstoppable journey of becoming the best version of yourself. Every struggle is a divine test preparing you for greatness. Too often, people see challenges as punishment or signs that life is unfair, but in truth, struggles are the very tools that carve strength, wisdom, and resilience into your character. Without hardship, you would never develop endurance. Without resistance, you would never grow. Just as fire refines gold and pressure creates diamonds, struggles are the conditions through which your true potential is revealed. The difficulties you face are not designed to stop you. They are designed to shape you into someone capable of carrying the weight of success. When you encounter obstacles, it is natural to feel discouraged, to wonder why the path seems so hard, and to even question whether you are capable of overcoming them. But understand this: every obstacle is a classroom, and life is the teacher. Inside that classroom, you are being trained, molded, and prepared for the next stage of your journey. Growth never happens in comfort zones. Comfort keeps you the same, but struggle transforms you. When you learn to embrace challenges as training grounds rather than curses, you shift your mindset from victimhood to empowerment. Think about any skill worth mastering. A runner does not become strong without the pain of training. A student does not gain knowledge without the discipline of study. A leader does not develop courage without facing fear and responsibility. The struggle is the price of greatness. Those who run from struggle also run from growth, but those who endure struggle walk straight into strength. What feels like a burden today may become the very reason for your breakthrough tomorrow. Struggles are also the mirrors that reveal your true self. It is easy to appear disciplined, patient, and focused when everything is going smoothly. But when life shakes you, when things fall apart, when doors close in your face, that is when your character is tested. Do you give up or do you keep moving? Do you complain or do you learn? Do you fear or do you fight? The answer to these questions is what defines you. Without struggle, you may never know the depth of your resilience. Without trials, you may never discover how much power you truly hold within. Every struggle you survive becomes part of your story, and your story becomes a source of strength, not only for yourself, but also for others. People are inspired not by a life of ease, but by a life of perseverance. When you rise after failure, you prove that it is possible. When you endure pain and keep going, you shine as a light for those still walking in the darkness of their own challenges. Your scars become proof that healing is real. Your battles become testimonies that victory is possible. This is why struggle is not just for you. It is also for those you will impact with your journey. The important thing to remember is that no struggle is wasted. Every pain has a purpose. Every setback has a lesson, and every delay has a meaning. Often, what feels like the hardest season of your life is actually preparing you for the best season yet to come. Success given too early can destroy a person who is not ready to handle it. Struggle ensures that when the reward comes, you are strong enough, wise enough, and mature enough to hold on to it without losing yourself. So, when challenges come, do not curse them. Do not run from them. See them as divine tests, sharpening you, stretching you, and preparing you for the greatness ahead. Struggles are not signals of defeat. They are signs that growth is happening. They are not blocks on your path. They are steps on the staircase of success. If you can endure them, if you can learn from them, if you can rise through them, then no force on earth will be able to stop the greatness that is waiting for you. Gratitude and humility open the path to wisdom. When a person learns to be thankful, even for the smallest blessings, their heart becomes lighter and their vision becomes clearer. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present, from what is lacking to what is already abundant in your life. It is not wealth, possessions, or status that makes someone truly rich. It is the ability to appreciate the value of what they already have. A thankful person is never poor because they see treasure in every breath, every sunrise, every lesson, and every opportunity to grow. Gratitude is the soil in which wisdom grows, because only a grateful heart can truly learn from life. Humility, on the other hand, is the doorway that keeps you teachable. Pride convinces you that you already know enough, that you have nothing more to learn, and that you are above correction. But humility strips away that illusion and reminds you that every person, every experience, and every season of life has something to teach you. A humble person can sit at the feet of the wise and soak in knowledge. They can even learn from failures, criticism, and mistakes because they do not see correction as an attack but as guidance. Where pride blinds, humility opens eyes. Where arrogance builds walls, humility builds bridges. When gratitude and humility come together, they transform the way you live and the way you grow. Gratitude gives you peace in the present, while humility gives you strength for the future. Gratitude teaches you to honor what you have, while humility pushes you to keep seeking more wisdom without arrogance. A person who is both grateful and humble walks in balance. They celebrate progress, yet remain hungry for growth. They acknowledge blessings, yet continue to strive for better. This balance creates stability and clarity, qualities that are rare in a world where many are either unthankful or too proud to change. Wisdom is not merely knowledge. Wisdom is the ability to apply truth in daily life. Gratitude and humility shape that ability. For example, when challenges arise, an ungrateful person complains, but a grateful person finds lessons hidden within the hardship. When success comes, an arrogant person boasts and loses perspective, but a humble person remains grounded and continues learning. Over time, these attitudes determine destiny. Gratitude prevents bitterness, and humility prevents arrogance. Together, they protect your character, and character is the root of lasting success. Gratitude also strengthens relationships. No one wants to be around a person who never appreciates, who only sees flaws, or who constantly demands more. But when you express genuine gratitude for the people in your life, it creates trust, respect, and deeper connections. Similarly, humility allows you to listen, to understand, and to serve others without feeling that you are above them. This is why great leaders are not just powerful. they are grateful for their teams and humble enough to keep learning. Gratitude makes others feel valued, and humility makes you approachable. And both together form the foundation of true influence. On a personal level, gratitude guards your mind against negativity. It prevents you from drowning in envy, comparison, and dissatisfaction. Humility, meanwhile, guards your spirit against destruction, reminding you that no matter how much you achieve, there is always more to learn. The world is full of people who had talent, but lost everything because pride consumed them. But those who walk with humility continue to grow, even in old age, because they never close the door to wisdom. In life, you may not always have control over circumstances, but you always have control over your attitude. Choosing gratitude in difficulty and humility in success creates a powerful cycle of growth. Every season becomes meaningful, every challenge becomes a teacher, and every success becomes a stepping stone rather than a final destination. Gratitude makes you rich in spirit. Humility makes you rich in wisdom. And together they create a life that cannot be shaken by pride or despair. Choices determine destiny. Your future is shaped by what you do today. Life is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. Every decision you make, no matter how small it may seem, sets a direction for your journey. The food you choose to eat affects your health. The words you choose to speak affect your relationships. The habits you choose to build affect your future success. You cannot escape the reality that today's actions are tomorrow's results. Many people wish for a brighter tomorrow, while continuing to make careless choices today, not realizing that every step they take is either moving them closer to their dreams or dragging them further away. Choices are powerful because they accumulate. A single decision may not change your life instantly, but the repetition of that choice over time shapes your character, your opportunities, and your destiny. If you choose discipline today and then again tomorrow, soon discipline becomes your nature. If you choose laziness even once and then repeat it day after day, soon it becomes your prison. The truth is that no one destroys their life in one single moment. Destruction is usually the result of small, repeated, careless choices. In the same way, greatness is not built in one grand action, but in countless daily choices that align with purpose. The weight of choices is felt most strongly when you realize that freedom and responsibility are inseparable. You are free to choose your actions, but you are never free from their consequences. If you plant seeds of wisdom, you reap a harvest of understanding. If you plant seeds of discipline, you reap a harvest of achievement. But if you plant seeds of negligence, you cannot expect a harvest of greatness. This is why the most successful individuals in history were not always the most talented, but they were the most intentional with their choices. They understood that destiny is not built on chance, but on deliberate action. Even in moments of struggle, choices matter. When pain comes, you can choose to give up or you can choose to grow. When failure comes, you can choose to see it as defeat or you can choose to see it as a lesson. When opportunity knocks, you can choose to step forward with courage, or you can choose to let fear hold you back. Every crossroad demands a choice, and those choices are shaping the person you are becoming. Greatness is not waiting somewhere in the future. It is hidden in the choices you are making right now, in this very moment. The power of choice also means that you are never trapped by your past. Maybe you have made wrong choices before. Maybe you have wasted years. Maybe you have carried mistakes that weigh heavily on your heart. But destiny is not defined by where you were. It is defined by where you decide to go now. One good choice today can begin to rewrite the future. One step in the right direction can change the entire course of your life. You do not need to wait for the perfect conditions. You simply need to make the choice to act and then continue making it day after day until it becomes who you are. Ultimately, life is a reflection of the choices you make consistently. Successful people are not lucky. They are intentional. They choose growth over comfort, discipline over excuses, and persistence over quitting. They understand that their decisions today are writing the story that will be told tomorrow. Destiny is not written in the stars. It is written in your daily actions. If you want a future filled with purpose, joy, and success, then choose wisely today. Every decision is a seed. Every action is a brick. And every choice is shaping the destiny you will one day walk into. Legacy is greater than possessions. Leave behind impact, not just wealth. Too many people spend their entire lives chasing material things, thinking that the measure of their worth will be the size of their bank account, the luxury of their home, or the number of possessions they can collect. Yet, history proves time and again that possessions fade, wealth disappears, and material success alone cannot secure your place in the hearts and minds of future generations. What truly lasts is the impact you make, the values you uphold, and the lives you touch along your journey. A man or woman may die, but their legacy continues to live through the influence they leave behind. When you focus only on possessions, you live for yourself. But when you focus on legacy, you live for something far greater. Possessions serve your comfort, but legacy serves humanity. The wealth you accumulate will one day pass into other hands, but the character you develop, the wisdom you share, and the kindness you spread will echo long after you are gone. Legacy is not about leaving behind riches. It is about leaving behind a reason for others to rise higher. Think the teachers who inspired generations, the leaders who changed nations, the innovators who transformed societies. Their possessions are forgotten, but their legacy remains as a guiding light for those who came after them. Legacy is built daily, not at the end of life. Every action you take, every choice you make, every word you speak is contributing to the story people will one day tell about you. Are you remembered as someone who uplifted others, or as someone who only thought of themselves? Are you remembered as a builder or as a destroyer? These questions are answered not in your final days, but in the quiet, consistent moments of everyday living. Legacy is not built by chance. It is built intentionally by aligning your actions with values that matter. Impact does not require greatness in the eyes of the world. A parent raising children with love and discipline creates a legacy. A friend standing by someone in their darkest hour creates a legacy. A leader making decisions with integrity creates a legacy. These acts may not make headlines, but they shape hearts and influence futures. The measure of legacy is not fame, but faithfulness. Faithfulness to your principles, to your mission, and to the people entrusted to your care. The danger of possessions is that they create the illusion of security. People believe that if they gather enough wealth, they will be remembered. But wealth without wisdom destroys, and possessions without purpose vanish like dust. How many stories have been told of fortunes built and then forgotten within a generation? But how many more stories are told of lives changed by individuals who chose to invest in people rather than only in things? The truest wealth is measured not by how much you own, but by how much you leave behind. To build a legacy greater than possessions, you must live with vision. Ask yourself daily, if today were my last day, what would I leave behind? Would I leave behind regret, or would I leave behind hope? Would people remember me for what I gave or for what I kept? This reflection shifts your focus from chasing temporary comforts to creating eternal impact. Legacy is not about the length of your life, but about the depth of your contribution. Some live long but leave little. Others live briefly but leave an impact that echoes for centuries. In the end, possessions cannot tell your story, but your legacy will. One day, your car will no longer run, your house will no longer stand, and your wealth will be divided among others. But the kindness you showed, the lessons you taught, and the integrity you carried will outlive you. That is why the final message is clear. Build a life that outlasts you. Build a legacy of courage, faith, discipline, and love. For when you are gone, people will not speak of the things you had. They will speak of the person you were and the impact you left behind.